My name is Alyssa and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome, and if it's not, welcome back. Today I have a great recipe for you. We are going to be making Italian meatloaf. It's a pretty quick and simple recipe to get on the table in a hurry. We're going to be doing it in the Instapot. If you don't have an Instapot, you can still do it in the oven. But before we go ahead and get started, please give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe down below. And let's go ahead. Okay, for this recipe, you will need 1 pound of ground beef. I've also made this with ground turkey before, but 1 pound of ground beef and a pound of Italian sausage. For the sauce, you'll need 2 large crushed tomatoes, and then you will need 2 eggs that are whisked, a half a cup of breadcrumbs, a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, 2 tablespoons of parsley, a half teaspoon of salt and pepper, 1 teaspoon of oregano, garlic, onion powder, and Italian seasoning. I'll have all these ingredients listed below for you. Alright, for this recipe, I like to start off by making my sauce first, getting it all mixed up, and then I'll just push it to the side, because with meatloaf, your hands get dirty, so I like to get the easy part out of the way. So to make your own sauce, we're going to use 2 large cans of crushed tomato. Put that in there. And I forgot to mention this, but you're going to want to use 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. I'll make sure I have that in the description below. 2. And then you want to salt it. I don't really have exact measurements, but I will say it's about a teaspoon of salt. Salt shaker just does not want to shake out. So it's probably about a half teaspoon of pepper. Garlic. I love garlic, so I always like to do a little extra. Oops. Onion powder. Italian seasoning. Oregano. And some basil. Go ahead and give that a stir and go ahead and set it aside. Now that we have our sauce made, we want to go ahead and get the seasonings on our meat. So I've already put in the seasonings. It'll be listed in the recipe below. But what we will do next is the sauce that we made. We're going to get a 1/3 cup of the sauce, and you're going to add it to your meat mixture. You're going to get a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese and add to the meat. And then you're going to get a half a cup of breadcrumbs. I actually made my own breadcrumbs this time out of whole wheat bread, so maybe I'll do a video on that soon because it was super easy and it really helped me out in a pinch. And then you want to have your 2 whisked eggs. Go ahead, can't talk, add that to your mixture. Now the next step is going to be just to get your hands and mix it all up. So let's go ahead and mix that all together. So this is what the meat will look like once you have it all mixed together. So I also forgot to add that you are going to need 1 cup of mozzarella cheese. So get that out next, and you will also need foil if you will be using the Instapot to make your meatloaf. Alright, now I have my foil laid out, so what you're going to do is you're going to get your meat mixture, and you're going to, oh, it's stuck in here, come on, there it goes. Flatten it out. This is really messy, but you're going to flatten it out. And then you are going to add about a half a cup to a cup of cheese to the middle of this, just depending on how much cheese you like. I'm going to add this in. And then you're going to roll it into a meatloaf shape. perfect, but you do want it to kind of be all smushed in and smoothed out, like so. And then I'll just take the foil and kind of fold it up. Hopefully you can hear me. And this is going in the Instapot. Okay, so to your Instapot, you're going to want to add a cup to a cup and a half of water. I have a cup and a half because I'm using an 8-quart Instapot. And then you want to add your trivet. It's okay if your Instapot doesn't have, or your trivets don't have these sides, but mine have these little sides to the trivet, and it really makes it a lot easier to pull the meatloaf in and out, or really whatever you're cooking. To this, you're going to add the foiled meatloaf. I went ahead and added my foiled meatloaf to the Instapot, so it is ready to pressure cook. Sometimes you need to reshape it a little bit, push it kind of in, just to get it to be able to fit into the Instapot a little better. I had to do that on mine just a little bit. But now it is ready to pressure cook. So what we're going to do is we are going to do a manual pressure for 35 minutes. All right, I got my lid on. The valve is set to seal, which is really important. So what I'm going to do, like I said, manual for 35 minutes. I'm going to let that cook. Okay, so it's been 35 minutes. I've already released the pressure. Let's see what this thing looks like. Okay, as you can see, there is our meatloaf. You see there's a lot of juices coming off of it, and I actually love the juices. I like to mix them with the sauce that we made. But what we're going to do now is we're going to carefully take out this foil. Now it's hot. So I usually have I have these little silicone oven mitts that I'll use to kind of pull this out and move over to my 9x13 pan right here. And I'll show you how to do that. All right, I got my oven mitts. I'm going to attempt to take this out without making a big old mess. It's one of these little trivet handles, they really come in handy. Draining some water and liquids off. Here. Okay. Alright, so there is a little juice, or oils, or fats, or whatever, grease. I actually like that a lot. I'm using a spatula right here to kind of help get this meatloaf off. Here we go. Ta-da! Alright, so the next step, what we're going to do is take the sauce that we made. Mine's been sitting in the refrigerator while this has been cooking. Just going to give it another little stir. And I'm going to just pour this around the meatloaf. There is some, juices still from it cooking. And I like to put that in there. Mix that all together pretty well. And if you don't have room for all the sauce, that's okay. Just put the remaining sauce in a pot on the stove and let it heat up. I like to have extra sauce because I'll serve noodles with this. My kids love noodles and this meatloaf together. It actually goes really great together. So I'll have this extra sauce for that. I can't fit it all in here. Okay, next I'm going to put some mozzarella cheese on top. Not a lot, but I guess it depends on how much cheese you like. So that goes on top. And what we're going to do next is we're going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees, I would say for 10 to 15 minutes. For the most part, this is cooked. You could eat it right now. You don't have to put it in the oven or anything like that. You would want your sauce warm. Mine is actually chilly from being in the fridge. But, you can't eat this. I lost my train of thought there. So we're going to put this in the oven, 350 degrees. 10 to 15-ish minutes until this is nice and brown and warm, and then it's ready to serve. I'll show you what it looks like when it's ready. And here you have it. Your Italian meatloaf is all ready. Serve this with your favorite pasta or veggie in a salad. It is amazing. I hope you liked today's recipe. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. Also, let me know in the comments if you tried this recipe, if you did anything different. I would love to know how you liked it, what you did. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you next time.